I have had an ongoing issue regarding GDPR concerns and the DWP, which I submitted my concerns in writing to them in September of 2019. And there was 3 parts to my letter, and I emailed it to their department's DPO. I got an email back saying this is regards to a benefit concern, so we're forwarding it on to the complaints department for PIP. I wrote back saying the large part of my letter was about GDPR issues and a procedure that is sidelining tribunal decisions.
You do like your TLAs, don't you, Sal?
Yeah, sorry.
Your 3-letter acronyms.
I got no answer.
Yep.
I raised it with the Information Commissioner's Office. There you are. I said that one out in full. And they contacted the DWP with no success. I chased it up all the way through last year. And this week I got a email from the Information Commissioner's Office saying that they have informed the DWP several times to actually engage with the GDPR concerns in my complaint. It seems that they have not done so, and they've suggested that I might want to take legal action. But I thought that that's what the ICO... That's what I was doing by engaging with the ICO.
Great question, Sal. So let me summarise it to make sure I've understood it correctly. You put in a request for information, a subject access request for information against the DWP. They didn't reply. You referred it to the ICO, the Information Commissioner's Office. The ICO has got nowhere, and you want to know what the next step is.
Yes, because they're telling me the courts have more power than we do, so it's in your court.
First of all, that's drivel. The courts do not. The courts do have some power, but the ICO has tons of power because they can issue a fine of up to I think it's 20 million euros. It's a huge figure.
That's what I thought.
So they're talking absolute drivel. They're talking out their bottoms when they say they don't have any power. What they don't have is manpower. That's the problem. They don't have the resources to go after everybody because we know, Sal, that there are, I don't have the figures, but we know that every Tom, Dick and Harry sends complaints into the Information Commissioner's Office, and the Information Commissioner's Office cannot follow them all up. So they are selective in the ones they actually take enforcement action on, and it sounds like they've decided not to take enforcement action on your complaint. Just in one sentence,
the Secretary of State.
In one sentence, tell me what the information was you were seeking.
Well, basically, they have sent out outdated medical reports that have been superseded by a tribunal decision. And they have sent it out to a third-party data processor, a healthcare provider, who then used the outdated and, in fact, superseded medical report as evidence when they assessed me. So they used information that had already legally been found to be incorrect as evidence. So they knew it was incorrect and they sent it
out. Now, why, just out of interest, before I answer your question about what you can do about it, why couldn't you have spoken to the assessor and said, hang on, this information's out of date, can you update your report, please? I
did, but I've raised it with the DWP to stop it from happening again to other people, because this happens every time.
Okay,
because,
so your problem has been fixed?
In part, that they haven't changed the process of it, so it's going to happen again the next time I come up for review.
Right. Okay.
Because they haven't updated the information.
So you can bring a claim against the DWP for improperly processing your data. You can get compensation for it to reflect the anxiety and distress that you've suffered. You can, in theory, get an injunction, although it's quite difficult to enforce an injunction, requiring them to do it properly next time. I say it's quite difficult to enforce because if they don't, well, frankly, very little is going to happen. The Secretary of State for Work and Pensions is not going to be sent to prison because they haven't processed your data correctly through administrative
But they
error.
are sidelining tribunal decisions due to not addressing the concern I've raised, because by sending
Sal, are they? Are they? I mean, yes, they are. You're absolutely right. You're absolutely right. They are, but they're not doing it deliberately, are they? It's administrative incompetence.
But they've been told. I've informed them that that's what's happening in 2019.
Okay, Sal, let me understand what you're saying. Are you saying this is deliberate, or do you accept it's probably administrative incompetence?
It's still happening after I raised it.
Sal, answer the question,
to their
please.
attention. I think it's now deliberate.
You think it's now deliberate? Okay. I think if you can prove it's deliberate, and I think you'll struggle to do that, but if you can prove it's deliberate, you'll be able to get a significantly greater sum of damages against the DWP. I would be astonished if a judge thought it was deliberate. I think a judge is far more likely to say it's administrative error, their systems are wrong, which, let's face it, is how you just started the question to me, saying the problem is with the systems and it might happen to other people. But if you can prove it's deliberate, big if, you will get more money. But the ICO is right, Sal. The ICO is right. You will be entitled to bring a claim against the DWP.